Having the freedom to be like, yeah, no, like I can actually afford to do what it is that I want to do. First call was like sort of like the blueprint call. So I'm here, lay out the foundation, like how the structure is going to be for the next 4 weeks.
$500 per month extra in your pocket. Is that aligning with your expectations?
You know, we definitely did. We exceeded the expectation.
What kind of difference had that made toward your finances, your life, with that extra money extra in your pocket?
Now I don't have to worry about, oh crap, I got to wait till my next check. If really like you're really trying to level up your finances, taking the chance to sit down and do something like this is going to be nothing but beneficial. Hey guys, my name is Sid. I'm actually currently a student. I work part-time as a salesman, and I also make music, and I do other types of social media content.
That's good that you're starting off with marketing, sales, and have a passion for music. So
yeah,
looks good in terms of trajectory, man. I mean, just to start off, Sid, like what would you see like in summary, like the biggest benefit in working one-on-one with us?
So you would think that being disciplined, you would have to hold back on a lot of things, which is very true, but it also gives you a lot of freedom because you now have a set structure of how things are working for you. So you're able to sort of find like ways and get creative with like your financial situation. Of course, a lot more money in the bank, which is always nice. A lot more like your money, you get to move your money around and keep track of all that stuff. So that's pretty nice as well.
Of course, man. Of course. Yeah. Financial freedom, the freedom to do anything you want. First thing coming into the first week of working with us, like, could you share a little bit about like your goals specifically and what you wanted to accomplish within that given like period of working together?
My biggest goal was just to not have to like say like, oh, I got to wait until I get my next check, right? Because I get paid bi-weekly. So I think the biggest goal was just to like not spend all of my money and have to be like, oh, let me wait for my next check and then I can do whatever it is that I need to do or want to do or whatever. So I think that right there was the initial goal, just to like stop putting myself in that situation.
In terms of your experience within this 4 weeks, how'd you find that experience in your case?
I didn't have to like think about that for sure, right? With the morning routine that we get set up here, you know, you take a look at all of your transactions, all your categories and everything like that within Copilot. Already right there, you can sort of kind of just like manage like your time, and you can find ways to allocate like money for different things. Like, so it's like there's things in my life where I want to like, you know, maybe go out with some friends or go out with family and stuff like that. Having the freedom to be like, yeah, no, like I can actually afford to do what it is that I want to do.
Getting you to that end goal, which you're already in right now. Can you walk us through like the whole process, like start to finish? What did we do week 1 all the way to what did we do on our last call week 4? Can you walk us through a little bit about what we did to get you to where you are right now?
Basically, we started off like the first call was like sort of like the blueprint call, right? Where, you know, we lay out, you know, you have Simon here, lay out the foundation, like how the structure is going to be for the next 4 weeks, exactly what tools we'll be using to achieve the goal that we had put into place already. It's like a blueprint call, right? Setting everything up, setting up Copilot, filling out the spreadsheets, getting that daily routine, like explaining the daily routine of, you know, waking up, and the first thing you want to check on your phone would be like your bank statements or the Copilot. The second call was kind of just like okay, how are we doing this whole process? How are we doing? You know, just a brief check-in, takes like maybe like 5 or 10 minutes, super brief. Then the third call, like talking about investments, kind of like providing me with like information on like investing options, things that I wasn't really aware of and things that I wasn't really familiar with. There was a lot of talk about that and like different potential investments that I could be like moving into. And then the final call, of course, was just sort of like to, you know, see the progress. It's been 4 weeks. Like, let's see where we're at right now. Like how faithful did I stick to the morning routine? Am I over budget with my categories? Am I under budget? What exactly, you know, like I liked, what I didn't like, that type of thing. So basically the ending call was just like a big review of the previous weeks.
Like those results that you made. I'm looking at the screen right now and it showed the results on screen here, but essentially from, you know, this system that we had, we essentially made you or saved you like $514 with just your normal income. Now, you did mention on our previous call, we did talk about you getting more income. So that's more of that, more of the results than that 514, but we're just doing that base.
Base. Yeah.
in terms of those results, I mean, $500 per month extra in your pocket, is that aligning with your expectations and what you hoped for in terms of your goals?
Absolutely. Because I'm not even gonna lie, getting into this, the promise was that to gain or to keep an extra 500 in my pocket. So considering my income is so low, again, I only work part-time. I was like, I don't know how we're gonna be able to do how we're going to be able to do this. Surprise, surprise. We definitely did. We exceeded the expectation, actually.
Exceeding your expectations, having more than $514 in your pocket. I mean, we talked about this briefly at the start of this call. What kind of difference had that made towards, your finances, your life, with that extra money in your pocket?
Mm-hmm. Again, just like financial freedom, because like now I don't have to worry about, oh crap, I got to wait till my next check. It's the same thing. I don't have to wait or worry about that at all. And again, it's just like nice to have extra money in the bank. You can use that, either for savings, investments, whatever that need be. Like as I keep like continuing the system on my own, it's gonna stack up.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the next goal for me right now.
With this system, obviously this is new to you, and implementing this, did you feel like you were restricted in any way? How did you feel going into this, having this new process in your life?
I didn't feel too restricted, actually, come to think of it, because again, like whenever I would do the morning routine check-in, I can see how much I have available. Like, okay, I have this amount available for groceries, I have this amount available for gas, I have this amount available for going out to eat, that type of thing. So instead of me being like, oh crap, like I only have this much left, it's like, oh wait, no, I have this much left. Like I have this much to, I guess, get away with. That's just how I was going into it. Just like thinking of how much I have available rather than how much I'm restricting myself. So I think it was a lot of that.
People who are unsure or hesitant about implementing something like this, feeling like it's going to be restricted, people who are hesitant about reaching out to us or maybe even booking a small little demo call, what would you say to those types of people?
I do get it that it can be like scary to want to dive into something like this. I mean, like, like everybody has things going on in their lives, like stress from many different aspects. However, I'd say if really like you're really trying to level up your, I guess, finances in general, I think taking the chance to sit down and do something like this is going to be nothing but beneficial. Because for me, this is a quick process. Like the onboarding process for week 1, super quick. That took less than 30 minutes. Realistically, I would recommend like anyone, regardless of like what kind of income you make, whether you work part-time, full-time, multiple job, definitely budgeting is very important. So I feel like diving into like something like this is like very important. And honestly, you're not really wasting a lot trying to look into it or like giving it a shot. You're not wasting like too much time. Realistically, you'd be wasting your time not trying to find ways to maximize your finances.
I guess what feature in that process stood out to you? You think that got you that results in that more than $500 in your pocket?
Definitely the morning check-ins for sure. Because like I said before, it was like I was very aware of what I can spend and what I can't. But like check-in for sure is it's just like a great thing to have. Because I was like, in my head, I was like, I don't really see the point of a morning check-in, but then when I started to do it after the first week, I'm like, okay, this makes a lot of sense. Being aware of what's going on in your life helps a lot, So I think that's what really stood out to me.